Artemis II. The man who brought us that film is a champion of all things space. Let's bring him out now. Give a very warm welcome to the director. Come on out, Ron Howard.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah, shake your hands.
Oh my gosh.
Real pleasure. Hey, really great to have
Ron,
you here.
we are so glad you're here. We're so happy that you're here. Because, Ron, I asked him, had they seen Apollo 13? Guess what? They've all seen it.
Only about 100 times. Yeah.
I know you and Cheryl were watching when they lifted off. What were you thinking as you watched it take off?
Well, there was a duality because I was also, sort of recalling the work that we put in to try to capture that moment. But soon that fell away, and I was just a fan and, and rooting for you guys. And, of course, I'm such a believer in space exploration, and what you accomplished was extraordinary. And of course, then bated breath.
Yes.
On the return. And so by then I wasn't thinking about movies or anything else, just getting you guys home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they took that free trip around the moon where they come back with no thrusters, right? Did they get the science right? That was also part of Apollo 13.
I had forgotten the science. I cram for these things when I do the movies, but but it was really remarkable, and I was also very moved. Because they played you, Jim Lovell, a message from the late, great Jim Lovell, the commander of Apollo 13.
Yeah, of course.
Taped a message for them saying, hey, welcome to my old neighborhood.
Welcome to my old neighborhood.
Wow.
What did the movie mean to you guys? Because I know you've all watched it. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, so many times that movie has guided me. Just like one anecdote, getting ready for astronaut selection. I'd already seen it a bunch of times, but that's one of the things I did before I went to the interviews to be selected as an astronaut, just to kind of immerse myself back in that culture that we won't fail. And it's one of the things I often try to explain to people about that movie, and that failure is not an option, is a lot of people misunderstand it. It's not that we never fail, it's that we don't stop there. Like all of you are going to fail. I guarantee you, we fail over and over again, but we don't stop when we fail. And as a team, that's what brings us together, is like, hey, we will get through this together. We'll lean in and get this done.
Yeah.
And yes.
Speaking of together, Vlad is here somewhere with a super fan of sorts.
Yes, no, I'm the super fan, Tony.
Oh, yeah. One of the
Tap me in, buddy.
same.
Tap me in. Woo! Here we go. Ron, good to see you, my
Hey, great
friend.
to see
What's
you.
going on? So one of the things that I thought was really remarkable for Apollo 13, you actually went through some of the training that the astronauts did. And at one point, you promised Kevin Bacon, who played Jack Swigert, 10 close-ups if he kept his mouth shut about something.
Oh, no. Oh, my Lord.
Wow, that's a deep pull.
That's a deep one. Well, we had to do Air Force training because we were going to shoot on the Vomit Comet, the KC-135, that you guys probably didn't have to do, but they used to use it to train by flying parabolas in the sky and then creating weightlessness, basically. So we're going to bolt our sets down and film the actors weightless, which is the way they used to practice EVAs, getting out and so forth in the Gemini era and later. But you had to do flight training, parabolic chambers and all this sort of thing, including a physical. And this is the embarrassing part. I have vasovagal, which means you can faint. And when they take your blood, sometimes that happens.
You just pass out.
Well, I also was supposed to give a urine sample. And so my bladder was full. You see where this is going. I fainted. Kevin Bacon happened to be in the room. I let go. Suddenly, I wake up and my pants are wet. Kevin looks at me and I said, you get 10 extra close-ups in this movie if you keep your mouth shut. Guys,
were you on our crew?
Yes.
Did that happen?
Let's just say, with the toilet actually didn't fail. It was the venting system that emptied the tank.
Wow.
With the challenges that we had, we were constantly thinking about the constellation Orion.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, do astronauts ever get airsick? Do you?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
We're all human.
Right.
Space motion sickness is very real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ron, what question do you have for the astronauts?
Well, I would, you spent many hours, days, weeks, months in space at the ISS. The three of you, I know, spent a lot of time. Jeremy, your first time, but I was curious. It's not like the space program has stopped. there's been a lot, tremendous ongoing effort for decades. So I was curious how different the experience of going to the moon and making that mission work compared to your other longer stays at ISS.
You want to take it, Christina?
So many ways. I think the training was different. I think the main difference was we were doing this for the first time, whereas the ISS, we've had people in space for 25 years straight. Your entire life, not every human has been on the planet. And so they've got that figured out in so many ways. They're still innovating and doing amazing science all the time. But we had to figure it out as we went. We got to work hand in hand with the engineers. We weren't just getting trained. We were actually a part of the team. And that continued right through the whole thing. I mean, the views were different, of course, and the space was different. But honestly, that aspect of it, to me, was the most significant.
Was the intensity of the journey and the experience different?
I definitely thought it was
Yes.
more intense. When you're on the International Space Station, well, do you know that we called them? On flight day 7,
Right.
we had a link up with the International Space Station. It was
Oh.
one of our favorite days, and the best part about that whole call was we were all eating the same food.
Yes.
Oh.
So here we were, 100,000 miles
What
from
was the
Earth.
food? What was
We
it?
had spicy green
Spicy
beans,
beans.
broccoli au gratin. We had the beef fajitas.
You got it memorized.
What's amazing is the food seems to have been very, very good up there. It
was great food.
Surprisingly so.
Yeah, I've heard that you can't eat bread in space because of the crumbs could get. Is that true? Is that true that you're not allowed to eat? But that's what I heard from a science friend of mine. Ron,
Yeah,
please stay with
bread,
us.
chips.
I heard this.